Okay. Patience. Patience, my young Padawan.
And I lost my sunglasses. How could I be...
You in fact did.
How could I be 00's hat kid now?
You're gonna have to live with it.
That's
and
what
there you go. Now you've assaulted yet another cactus. I don't know what the cactus ever did to you.
He knows what he did.
He in fact does. And I guess while we're making our way through, I think it's time, Alex. I think it's time. It's time for once again for Drak's Anime Update. I have none.
I'm just never gonna relearn these controls.
By that I mean I'm trolling you guys. I do actually have an update. So I pretty much admitted after the Victory Gundam moves. By the way, those are all up, so you guys can enjoy those. I've already heard back from you guys, and a lot of people really liked that I took a sledgehammer to victory. So there you go. Yes, I had already started up Mobile Fighter G Gundam. That is the next in the series order. And I'm about 12 episodes in of, I think, 48. It's G Gundam's, I believe, not that long compared to other Gundam series, but I'm already 10 to 12 episodes in, and just enough to be able to kind of establish the stakes of the series. So for those who don't know what that is, I'll briefly kind of explain it. You follow the main characters. Well, actually, I should probably start at the beginning. So the difference is, unlike the Universal Century, which is what we've been dealing with for a long time here, this is the first ever Gundam series that is alternate timeline.
Okay.
It's not distantly in the future or anything like that. It's not even based in the Universal Century. It's based on its own kind of theologies and everything like that are happening within its own universe, its own continuity. So, to explain that to people, yes, you still have the concept of humankind moving to space colonies, although in this case, not everybody did, because not everybody could. And now we have not 1 or 2 colonies in space, we have hundreds. Why? Because you have to have a colony for every country on the planet. Not even kidding.
Wow.
Because you have like Neo-Japan and Neo-America and everything like that, and those are all the colonies. But since you have all of these colonies now, you have to determine who gets to run everything in space. And that's where we get the concept of the series, which is the Gundam Fight.
Right.
So the Gundam Fight is basically a ginormous tournament and battle royale where the countries duke it out with their own respective Gundams, and the last Gundam standing, their country gets to rule all the colonies for 4 years.
Okay.
So just think if that had actually happened with our last election.
Amazing.
The Gundam Fight actually happened. That would probably be damn entertaining, right?
Yes. Sprint yawn. Okay.
And therefore we follow our main characters. First of all, Domon Kashu of Neo-Japan and his Shining Gundam, where he's kind of the main plot focus as he has alternative motives for being involved in the Gundam Fight, but he is the representative of Neo-Japan. And you also follow his mechanic, Rain Mikamura. She's a mechanic / medic, and also a childhood best friend of Domon.
Aw, nice.
In other words, they're probably going to be paired by the end of this. Spoiler alert, they are. And it's cute. It's amazing. So, when you follow Domon's plot, you will also be following Rain, is what I'm basically saying.
Right.
You also follow the representative of Neo-America, which has the dorkiest name I've ever heard.
Welcome back, Lassie. I haven't written the script for my next movie yet, so we're not recording. I'll call for you when the script is ready.
In other words, you don't have the necessary tools yet. So, I actually did like this concept in Hat in Time where...
Why, hello there, fellow owl. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. As you can tell, I am also an express owl. I do much hooting.
Oh,
From
do you?
one owl to another, we can share details, yes? What is your uncle's sister's maiden name?
It doesn't matter what you write. You can write anything.
Go nuts with these things. Let's be silly.
Q.
I see. This is the kind of uncle's sister's maiden name I would expect from a fellow express owl.
Are they supposed to be crows or ravens?
They're crows.
Crows, okay.
Hello, fellow
And you can also
express
skip
owl.
them if you're like
Do you
speed
care
running.
about security? I care about security a whole lot.
I'm sure you do.
You should not be going around telling information to strangers. It could be a security risk.
You mean like you, stranger
I can
danger?
help your daily life become more secure. What is your favorite combination of letters and numbers?
I hate Drak. No.
Drak. 2326.
So I'm your favorite combination of letters and numbers? Aww.
Also, my favorite combination of letters and numbers.
Can somebody please take that sound effect and put it to hentai? I need this.
That's what we're gonna call you now. You're no longer Drak 2326. You're.
There's suddenly a lot of crows on this train. They all gone on to the last stop. Speaking of, at which stop did you get on the train?
Good question.
What do you mean you fell from the sky?
Plot convenience.
Did you know that having a pet helps improve self-confidence and relieve stress? Did you also know that pets can have pets? It is true. Unfortunately, us express owls are not allowed to have pets. It is a sacrifice we must make in the name of hooting. But if you had a pet, what do you think the name of your pet's childhood pet would be?
I'm being quiet because I want to see what he comes up with.
It's just.
Certainly, an
Please,
interesting name
please,
for a
people,
pet.
put this to hentai. I need it. All right, so, oh crap, we still have more talking, don't we?
Place? They keep asking for personal details, and I never know what to answer.
Oh, hello, fellow express owl.
Oh, okay.
I am stuck on an advanced mathematical and scientific issue. Do you see this advanced formula on the blackboard? I cannot decipher it. Can you decipher the scientific formula for me? What does it say?
Bagels. Do we actually have to answer it?
No. Like I said, you can type anything and it doesn't matter.
So I'm saying, type in bagels.
Alright.
Bagels.
Wait, listen.
I think it's bagels.
There we go.
See, the solution is. It was obvious. Thank you, fellow express
Please, can I
owl.
put this as like the title of the
Thank you for
episode?
agreeing to the terms and conditions on the backside of the blackboard.
I don't get it. How is this a scientific equation of any kind? It's
I
just
forgot that they did that, but yeah,
numbers
there's
and letters,
a terms and
like
conditions
those
thing
you
right
slide
behind
on
it.
my phone.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to get settled down on this train with these.
What you're
crows
basically
crowding
supposed to
the
get
place.
from this is game
They
developers
keep
hate jargon
interviewing me
too.
about everything I do.
How do I even put that as an episode title?
I don't
Ooh,
know.
ooh, ooh.
I'm like, I'd encourage the episode title, but how would you put it as an episode title?
Grunt, grunt, grunt. Something like that.
Fellow express owl, do you ever wonder what it would be like to be a superhero? The most important feature of a superhero is the name. Every superhero needs an intricate name.
I don't
to
know.
their
Given the way things are in the world, I'm more worried about becoming a supervillain.
If you were a superhero, what would your name be? If entered on an online form with standardized account identification requirements.
We'd be Hat Kid, of course.
That name is great.
See, for a second there, I thought you were gonna pull out
Imagine
Lacus the Third or
might-
something.
That's too
Lacus the
long.
Third.
Savior of justice. I'll just write your answer down here real quick.
Ah, okay. You didn't write it down fast enough.
I said to her he was missing one of his
Oh, this part.
Yeah.
So you have to Metal Gear it. Anyway, so
Not quite yet. We're gonna get there soon, though. How strange.
let me see if I can actually get through this. So the next person that you follow is crap. Never mind.
ashamed of?
It's gonna be a while
This is
before
why
you get to
some owls
anything.
choose to pluck their feathers. Which body part of yours are you the most ashamed of, fellow express owl?
Well, I'd say my...
Alex! We don't use that language here.
Oh, poor express owl. You shouldn't be ashamed of your...
Oh, that just made it sound
But
creepy.
you better get your...
Well, you're the one who's insisting it.
checked out by a doctor. I read online it could be a sign of bird flu.
Ha!
Well, you're the one who's insisting we set it to hentai. Set the
Yeah,
sound effect behind.
that's my fault. That's my bad. All right, so I think we have a little bit of a reprieve. Oh, and you're caught.
No.
No.
We're not in that section yet.
So yeah, the next fighter that you actually follow in the series is one of my favorite names of all, Chimney Crockett,
Chimney Crockett.
Chibbo D. Crockett of Neo America. And where Domon has a specific goal, he actually needs to find somebody. Chibbody's goal and why he wants to win the Gundam fight is based on following what else? The American dream. So like
Wait, don't
that's
come in
his
here.
deal.
I lost
He has
my
to follow a
contact lens
dream.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Please don't step on it. I can't move out of the way. I might step on it myself.
And then with his sidecast, don't try and keep track of them because I don't ever. He basically has 5 girls following him around,
Of course he does.
all of which that pine over him. All of which I think he has more of a big sister relationship with.
Oh, the crime-solving outfit.
And then also obvious. Oh, go ahead.
This the kid with the hat. I hope you like my present. Go to the back of the train. Your uncle's sister has come to visit you.
Oh.
You better show your fam some love, or I'll be talking to a corpse next time.
Well, that was awfully ominous. I wonder what that scary voice was
When
talking
did we
about.
just enter Death Note? So with Chibody, you have the 5 girls that follow him around and help him achieve his dream of bringing the American dream to Neo America. Dream. Kind of thing. And also his Gundam Maxter, which I've made fun of numerous times. Oh, jeez. Wow! What on earth?
Murder!
Murder!
Express? I can't believe someone would murder one of the
Murder!
And I can't believe even more that it's your uncle's sister. What do you have to say for yourself? Ooh, you're giving me the quiet treatment, eh? That's what a
Murderer!
Leave this case to us. We're Caw, the Crow Agent Watch. We've been monitoring everyone on this train since the last station. We'll be searching the entire train for evidence. No one is allowed to go outside of this wagon.
What? I can't even walk around in my own train. Oh, how dare ya!
Gosh, how does he roll his R so good? I can't even do that.
Once the clock hits midnight, we'll get off at the station with the murderer.
I'm sorry,
in
the
cuffs.
correct pronunciation was Murder!
That's what she should call this episode.
Murder.
Murderer.
Murder.
Rolling R's.
Yep. There you go. And now you have
One
one
owl
hour left. Not human hour.
Owl.
Owl hour. And now it's basically Metal Gear at this point.
Yep.
So yeah, and I've described it in the past. Gundam Maxter is basically every American stereotype. Because it has a football helmet on it. It has 2 6-shooters for its weapons. It rides on a surfboard. And since Chibody is a boxer, it occasionally will take its big shoulder plates and make them boxing gloves, and then he has a manly chest. You guys will see it all up on the screen. The next one that we actually follow is Sai Saishi of Neo China, who is, he's actually got kind of an admirable goal. He is going to restore the Shaolin Temple if Neo China wins the Gundam fight.
Very nice.
And the interesting part of that is that I've been told the Japanese translation actually states instead of... By the way, turn right really quick.
What?
Turn right to the TV.
Oh, to the TV.
People might notice this, and Alex doesn't know what this is, but it is the title screen for Metal Gear.
Isn't it? That was Kirby's Epic Yarn. Well, not Kirby's Epic Yarn.
No, I'm
just
saying
a
that
Kirby
the title
game.
screen is literally built like the way Metal Gear Solid is.
Oh, yeah.
So, there you go. So, Saisaishi, while trying... So, the way I understand it is, in the original Japanese translation, it is he is going to restore honor to the Shaolin Temple, which kind of is better. It actually implies like the Shaolin has done something dishonorable, and it almost makes you want to know what it was.
Yeah.
And he pilots the Dragon Gundam, which is, you remember the Shenlong Gundam from Wing, right?
Yeah.
I believe that's kind of like the earliest concept for that, where it has 2 extendable arms, roughly, that can breathe fire and all that stuff. So that's always fun. And you also get his side cast, which is Zui-sen and Keiun, both Shaolin monks who are that one depressing dad you just don't want to have. Because they actually get mad at Saisaishi's other goal, which instead of bringing honor to the Shaolin, to the Shaolin Temple, he wishes to be a great chef.
Yeah.
Which apparently upsets them.
Oops, that's...
Even though they have no problem eating his cooking. So there you go. We have Saisaishi, we have Chimney Crockett, we also have George Descent, representative of Neo France, and his Gundam Rose, which is kind of the Gundam that has funnels this time around.
Yeah.
And of course, since he's as Bishi as they come, they are what are called Rose Bits. Yes, they are all roses. Yes, he is the Bishi of this series. You're so happy. I know what Bishi is.
Yeah.
His side cast is a little bit more subdued. You don't really get too much development. You have a little French princess who pines over him.
Cute.
I can't... Miss Marie-Louise, that's her name. Miss Marie-Louise. The only problem is that she gets very petty in that struggle.
Yes.
And so sometimes the trouble that happens with her involved, she's usually causing it. And also George's butler, who I'm not sure his name, because you only hear it like once. Sadly.
Oops.
So those are his kind of side cast. And his whole premise is that he's trying to be fighting for the honor of his nation. So there's kind of he's a knight, roughly. That's the way to look at him. He is knight in all of the corniest senses of the word.
Right.
Although I've been told that in the Japanese translation, he's supposed to be like a musketeer, because he's supposed to have like a rapier and all that.
Okay.
And then finally, you have Argo Gulski.
So you think you can just sneak around the train like this?
Why
Yes.
I do?
You scary voice.
Metal Gear Hat Kid.
Detective Hat, you'll never catch the real murderer.
Oh.
You can't point your finger at someone without clues. The clock is ticking. Will you be able to find enough clues to point your finger at the murderer?
Maybe.
This scary voice has a point. I'm not sure I can, but I'll try.
And then finally, like I said, finally we have Argo Gulski representing, reluctantly, Neo-Russia. The reason I say
Neo-Russia.
reluctantly is because he is a prisoner. He is actually a former space pirate who then got captured, and in return for his other ship's crew not being imprisoned for life or executed, he has decided to become Neo-Russia's Gundam fighter.
Ah, neat.
And the best way that I know how to describe him and his Bolt Gundam is he's supposed to be kind of the strong man of the series. Like, very little actually phases him.
Right.
Big dude, because, you know, from a prison. But the other interesting aspect is that, unlike most prisoners, he actually has, like, a full-on bomb attached to his chest.
Oh, you stupid crow.
And if he ever steps out of line, they can ignite the bomb
Right.
and kill him. So you're always kind of, like, feeling bad for Argo, because he tries to do things nobly, but sometimes that doesn't align. His side cast is only one person, and that is kind of Argo's handler. She has a name. I'm not sure what it is, because it's been a while. And it gets revealed, like, halfway into the series. But basically, here's what you need to think of to understand his handler. Think dominatrix.
Right.
That's really
Busted.
really what she is. Because all she does is basically try to keep Argo in line and also has kind of a secret crush on him, but wants to, you know, dominate him.